Guys, the most celebrated queen in history. The most dignified queen ever. 70 years of service, guys. Queen Elizabeth II. Duty first before anything else. She's an awesome queen. The most dignified queen. So flawless and perfect, guys. An example of humility, and she exemplified it's just so heartbreaking. She's like a mother to everyone. She exemplified the most perfect queen, celebrated her life with dignity and humility. As I mentioned before in my previous vlog, guys, that monarchy is above politics. They don't get involved in politics, so they're basically neutral. As they were saying that never complain, never explain. So she's magnificent. She's so perfect. Although she have issues with her kids, like, you know, they didn't really have a perfect life as she is, because 3 of her kids got divorced. But the way she handled all the problems, she's very gracious. And in my own opinion, guys, comment below if you say otherwise. I think she's Princess Diana would be a so much flawed queen if she would have been, but she did not. She's actually, there's a videotape and calling her the uncrowned queen. So 2 different lives, guys, but she's more of into humanitarian, but Queen Elizabeth is into humanitarian and a lifetime of service too. But she's Queen Elizabeth is so flawless, but Princess Diana, as I'm saying, is more of a, not really the queen of well, guys, Queen Elizabeth is the queen of the people and is the queen of the monarch. It's unfair to compare Princess Diana, guys, because in my own opinion, as I've said, Princess Diana is so reckless, impulsive. As what I'm reading before, it's like a loose cannon, you know. So I don't think so she would be a perfect queen for the people. Maybe in a certain area like charities, but not the component of being the queen. So being the queen, guys, is a lot of responsibility, and you have to put duty first before yourselves. But in the case of Princess Diana, she was just more into herself, as I analyze the history in my own opinion. She's more of into herself to get her own happiness before the people and her kids and her husband. So Queen Elizabeth
attended every year of her reign until the very last. The Major General commanding the Household Division passing the cenotaph.
is talking, guys.
And on the side of the road are the veterans organisations led by the Royal British Legion. See on the right of the screen.
That's the coffin of Queen Elizabeth, guys. She had a perfect life, guys. You know, not close to human are so flawed, but hers is she's amazingly very loyal to her duty, and she takes it seriously. And you know what's the saddest thing about the Queen, guys? Because Prince Harry, which I really don't have respect for him, you know, Prince Harry and Meghan just blasted the Queen, throwing a lot of stuff to her. I mean, who in the first place, who is Meghan, by the way, guys? She's like a nobody. And when she's up there, she was just like lambasting the Queen. And who the hell is she? I mean, she 70 years of service, and here comes a trashy girl, just lambasted the Queen. That girl, guys, is just so classless, and I couldn't believe Prince Harry let Meghan do that to her, to our Queen Elizabeth. As I've said, she's like a Queen Mother to all of us, the people. So that's really heartbroken, guys. And I know that was just a few months ago that she got interviewed by Meghan and Harry got interviewed by Oprah, and they totally lambasted the Queen, guys, with all sort of stuff, which is very unprofessional. And in the first place, guys, they're not part of the monarch anymore, and they should just do the people a favor to stay away from the monarchy, because they're all just into themselves. The selfishness is just overwhelmingly powerful. You know, they're very toxic couple, guys. And I couldn't imagine that she's showing herself in the face here just to be part of history after what she did. So she's a traitor, guys. So this is Prince William, guys. Oh, now, yeah, Prince William elevated as prince now that the dad King Charles is king.
You can see beside the imperial crown, the orb and the scepter, a wreath of fresh flowers. It's a wreath that's made up of flowers that were taken from Buckingham Palace Gardens, the gardens at Clarence House, and Highgrove. And tucked in there among all the flowers is a sprig of myrtle. And that's a sprig that was taken from a plant grown from the sprig of myrtle that was in Her Majesty's wedding bouquet in 1947.
Goodbye, the Queen. The last journey of the Queen, guys. I'm about to cry. I'm so sad. She has so much loyal people, guys. She just bring hope and light to the world and unified everybody. With grace and honor, guys, she carried her duty. I couldn't believe Harry is such a fool to just throw her family over a trashy girl, a divorcee who's so selfish. So it's better off they just stay away from stay away from England as far as they can. Because what they did to the Queen, guys, is so horrible, and to the family. The Queen made a lifelong service only to be trashed by Meghan. I felt so horrible for what they did to the Queen.
To Her Majesty as the procession and the coffin go around the Victoria Memorial and up towards the Wellington Arch. We can see there the young Prince George and his sister Princess Caroline following slowly behind this solemn procession as it makes its way around the Mall and out towards the Wellington Arch.
I felt so sad, guys. In some ways, I have to look in the bright light that she reigned during our time, guys. Queen Elizabeth II is the longest serving monarch in history. With so much, she ran the monarchy with so much grace and love and a duty of service. See Prince Harry, guys, she's wearing different from the other royal family. There's the coffin of the Queen, guys, behind. Did you see how beautiful her crown and the globe represents the world that she's carrying? And her scepter. The next who will be handling it, guys, is the King Charles. But they don't usually crown the king until a year after, because they'll be in mourning for 1 year. My dogs are barking, guys. Sorry. Chanel, that's okay. So this I would like to share to you guys how they celebrated the Queen's life and to bid farewell to her people.
The procession is now making its way under the arch will lead out onto the Horse Guards Parade, the place where Her Majesty has reviewed her troops every year in the trooping of the colour. It'll cross Horse Guards, and then make its way out onto the Mall. And we can hear in the background Big Ben tolling every minute to mark this procession on its slow and solemn journey.
There's the queen, guys. It's very sad.
The crowds, the thousands that have been lining this route, the thousands that have been lining this route have been silent until now. We just heard them once burst into applause, but now you can hear them applauding again as the cortege passes out onto Horse Guards Parade.
What a beautiful crown, guys.
The
a
coffin
scepter
of Her
and a
Majesty
globe.
flanked there by the King's Guard, the Honourable Gentleman at Arms. Immediately behind the gun carriage and the sailors who are guiding that carriage now out towards the Mall, we have, of course, the royal party. His Majesty the King, the Duke of York, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, and the Earl of Wessex. Behind them, Peter Phillips, husband of Princess Anne, the Duke of Gloucester, and the Earl of Snowdon, the Queen's nephew, the son of the late Princess Margaret. And behind them come the cars, the royal cars that carry the Queen Consort with the Princess of Wales, and those two little ones who sat through this service with the kind of extraordinary, solemn dignity that you would not expect from a 9-year-old or a 7-year-old. But what an extraordinary day for them. Behind their car, we have the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, along with the Countess of Wessex, Sophie, who was seen as a surrogate daughter to Her Majesty. She spent so much time with her. And indeed, Sophie referred to Her Majesty as Mama. They will follow very slowly in their cars all the way to the Wellington Arch, as the men of the family, along with the Princess Royal, continue that slow, slow march through the crowd crowds who have gone silent again. And the bell, Big Ben, still tolling to march and to mark every step along the way. The Household Cavalry also now in this procession, the Blues and Royals there, and later we can see the Life Guards. The Royal Heralds in those extraordinary costumes, a tabard made from the Royal Standard, the quarters of the Standard, the Harp of Wales, the Lions of Scotland, the Lions of England, and the quarter for Ireland. And now we can see that iconic view, the length of the Mall, with Buckingham Palace at the far end. The Coldstream Guards following the procession. The band of the Royal Marines in there, playing that slow march.
Okay guys, there you go.